Hello and welcome YouTube, this is just Legion. I'm here with another deck profile which is a dice, Pendulumss, because Banlist recently came out, so I would like to make an update to my older dice deck profile. And this deck is according to September 2018 Banlist, so let's get started with the deck. First of all, definitely 3 arcs. 3 arcs, Arc Pendulum is the best card in the whole deck. Without this card, you can't extend your plays. It's your basic combo extender, and without this card, you can do almost anything, almost nothing. Excuse me. Double dice, because I don't see any reason of me playing 3. Playing with 2 is pretty much okay. Triple Phantom, because Phantom is a card that is level 7 and gives me the boost, gives me an attack boost to all my masters, which is probably, let me think, 1200 boost, and that's the thing that helps a lot. Definitely 3 Persona Dragon, because Persona Dragon is your main, disruption. I love this card. I have not something, I haven't any disadvantages for this card. This card is pretty broken. It's unstoppable, almost unstoppable, and helps a lot when you go against, extra link combos or anything that plays with extra deck. This card is nuts. One Dissolver, because Dissolver is a monster which helps me go into my vortex faster, and it can special summon itself when at the start of the damage step when an dice monster of mine battles. Also, one dice synchron, because a dice synchron, it's the basic tuner of the deck. I do not play Noble Dragon anymore. I see no reason of playing it, and dice synchro helps you go into Ignister, your let me think, what's this guy's name, Clearwing, of course. Last but not least for dice, one Lancer, because Lancer is like a Utopia Lightning. It has 3000 attack points, and when it battles, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap effects, which is insanely good. Next, 3 Darkwing. It is the monster that you always need to normal summon or to special summon from the grave, which gets you into Supreme King Gate 0, another level 7 or a 0 scale. Next, 3 Chronographs. Chronograph is insanely good. It can help me going into Electromite pretty fast, and apart from that, it can help me special summon another dice monster or anything from my hand when I am in a difficult situation, which gets you into Time Gazer. And for my last monster, and many guys will, many of you will probably disapprove this card, but Apex Avian, except for the fact that I really love this card. There are times that I end with 2 Personas, 1 Apex and 1 Vortex. Let me say it again, 2 Personas, 1 Apex and a Vortex. If I don't have this card in my hand, in my starting hand, I end up with 3 Personas and the Vortex, which you have 4 interruptions and then you pass, which is insanely good. Spells. As for spells, triple Sky Iris, pretty obvious. You can go into your basic plays without this card. Semi-terraforming. Hey, I was always playing with 2. I didn't see any reason of playing with 3, and I saw that the ban list semi-limited this card. which is did nothing to me. Next, 3 Spiral Flame Strike. This card is not hard once per turn. It's once per copy, which makes it, you're always going to need this card, and if you don't have in this card, you need to pray to draw your high scale or your level 7s as soon as possible. I do play one Duelist Alliance. Many of you would say, why don't you play with 2 or more Duelist Alliances? But the Duelist Alliance is once per turn and hard once per turn, which makes it impossible to activating second on the same turn. Which means that if I draw 2, I will definitely have a dead card in my hand, which in contradiction to this card, this card is not hard. It's not hard once per turn, which makes it pretty insane. And apart from the fact that it can add you a level 7 of dice from your deck to the hand while you control a dice card, it can also destroy one card your opponent controls with a target, but it's okay. It's like an MST to the back row. I don't know. One Foolish, and of course one Dragon Shrine for sending the Dark Worm, and going into 0 pretty fast. And these 2 cards helps with Electrum, because if you open like give me some time, if you open like this card and this card, it's 2 card Electrum, which helps you extend your plays even more. Triple Allure of Darkness. If you don't want to play Allure of Darkness, you can reduce one terraforming if you draw or get Sky Eyes fast, or and cut the Allure in order to play 3 or 2 or I don't know Summoner's Art, which gets you into where's my arc? Into Arc Pendulum, and it's one more card like this card, which is not hard once per turn, and makes your board unstoppable faster. Many of you will think now that why this guy don't play Desires. What I actually saw with Desires was the fact that I was banishing my basic combo cards 2 or more times each, which made me in a difficult situation, which led me into a difficult situation, and it's not pretty good in late game. Okay, I can understand that Desire is a pretty good card, and Desire it makes you go +1 by banishing 10 from your deck, but in late game is not that good. And there were times that I activate Desires and I drew Desires of the Desires, and I played with 2. So I don't want to see this card anymore in this deck. And that's all for the main deck. Let's go into the extra. First of all, Electromite. This card is nuts. This card, I don't have any disadvantage to say about this card. This card is the most broken card in the whole Yu-Gi-Oh! And you cannot play without this card. This card is nuts. This card gets you to Vortex even faster. This card helps you extend your plays even more, and destroys while you have Arc and Scale. It can help you draw one card when a Scale is destroyed, and it can search you. It can also search you for something that you will gonna need for your plays, and it gets it in face up extra zone, so cool. One Way Witch Apprentice, if this guard is gone, because I don't think that my opponent will let this card take the effects, so if I know that my opponent don't have hand traps, which is really impossible because everybody has hand traps nowadays. If I see that my opponent has a hand trap in its hand, in its starter hand, I'm going into Electromite after Pendulum Summon. And this is an option that Thrift Gaming gave it to me. So as for a link to One Way Witch Apprentice, because Way Witch Apprentice needs 2 darks and gives 500 boost to all darks, which is insanely good because I can have even a not dice dragon out with 3000 attacks, and if I have my odd dice phantom in scale, I get to boost it even faster. One Zephyr Metaltron, because Zephyr Metaltron helps me. I have this, I have Absolute, link into Zephyr Metaltron, effect Absolute gets me into Vortex, so, and Zephyr Metaltron has an additional effect which I can target one monster in its on its field and banish them until the end of the phase, until the end of the turn, the end of the phase, I don't remember, but it's really good and helps me getting out monsters that are difficult to pass with other ways. As for Synchros, definitely one Ignister. Ignister is pretty good card. Is the best card a Pendulum player needs to play. One Supreme King Dragon Clearwing, because this card does the Raigeki and helps a lot sometimes. One Clearwing just in case I want to play a level 7. If you don't have Clearwing, or if you don't like Clearwing, you can play this level 7 FA monster with Synchro that it can reduce its level to negate one spell or trap. I don't remember its name. It's an FA, it's like a formula or something. Double or dice Vortex, because this card is your main disruption. Double Absolute, because Absolute gets you into Vortex, can negate an attack, and it's your combo extender. One big guy, and of course one Flare Metal. No need to explain much here, but there are 2 more rank 7 plays. And last but not least, for rank foes, one Exciton Knight, because Exciton Knight is... I'm glad this card came off the list, because the way I said this card is way more fair than Evenly Matched, because Evenly Matched makes you choose. This card is makes you choose to banish, while in contrary this card just destroys. It's a quick effect. It's not that fair, but it's way more fair than Evenly Matched. It helps. You don't have any idea. It helps many times. One Abyss Dweller for countering the meta, because everything nowadays is playing with Graveyard. And last but not least, one Photo Strike Bouncer, because it's one more negation, and there are times that I have 2 of these guys on my field, so why not? That's all for the extra, and let's go into side. For the side, I play triple Lava Golem, because I don't have any Ra Sphere mode, but this card is really cool as well. Helps me against extra link plays. As for my hand trap package: 2 As Blossom, 1 Drone and Lock, double Veiler, and double Ghost Ogre. If I know I go against Pendulum, I side these 5, and for anything else, I side these 5. That's all. Twin Twisters against Back Row, decks such as Altergeist or I don't know, and of course triple red reboot, because red reboot is the most helpful card for us to go against trap heavy meta decks. This can stop evenly matched from the hand by paying half life points, which is insanely good. That's all for the side, guys. That was it for the deck profile. If you like the video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Go in the comments down below. Tell me your thoughts about this deck, and I can say that I will always be a Pendulum player. I know that many of you will disapprove me for playing Pendulums, but Pendulum is like the best deck to me, and it will always be, because I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and guess what? I started with Pendulums, so I will continue with Pendulums as much as I can. I can understand that Banlist make all the Pendulum players suffer, but still Pendulums are pretty much for me the best deck to play. It's pretty budget friendly and not that difficult to play. So that's all. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Go down and tell me your thoughts. And that's all. Till the next time. Peace out.